Welcome to another episode of Funniest Funny Live. Tonight's guests, Chuck King, Layson Brooks, R.J. Leary, Buddy Love, Toy Too Tall, Alex Eakin, and your host, Amaru.
Welcome to Funniest Funny Live. I'm cheating over here. I got my phone looking at my notes, and then somebody from Houston is calling me right now. I'm like, this is... We are here at Funniest Funny Live. Normally we start on the stage. This time we are starting sitting in the audience area because we have a new segment called In the Hot Seat. And today, to start off us off in the hot seat, we have Ron Auther. And Ron is going to be teaching our acting courses here at Greenwood District Studios, where Funniest Funny is housed. Everybody welcome Ron Auther. How you been doing?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing real good. How about you?
I think the snow sucks. I'm already tired of it.
Understandable.
It just got here yesterday and I'm tired of it. So what type of acting program will be instituted here at GDS?
The main goal, and you and I have talked about this before, is to institute a conservatory type program. We want to create an institute of higher learning in theater arts, film arts, and television arts. And so,
what's the difference between what you want to do and what MSU does?
well, the main difference is MSU focuses a lot more on theater and musical theater. And what we want to do here is take a conservatory approach towards training, which is not just the acting side, but also the business side. It focuses more on how to get that job, how to maintain that job, how to keep that job, and how to grow from that job. Now, here's the thing. Most actors, famous ones anyway, continually study acting. And from there, they become anything from a showrunner, a producer, a director, basically a filmmaker. And that's what we want to do here.
And what's your experience?
My experience, I have a vast experience, but I won't get in too deep into that because it started
Tell us the good stuff. Tell us
You want the good stuff?
good stuff.
The really good stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I studied under Alan Miller, a very famous person. His most famous student was Barbra Streisand. She does not consider herself a musical theater person, even though she does musical theater. She considers herself an actress. Now, anyone can look this up. But her trade-off to him was she would babysit his kids, and he would train her as an actor. And he studied under Lee Strasberg.
Oh, she's from the hood or something. That's called bartering.
No, it was definitely bartering.
Okay.
But she considers herself an actress first and not so much in musical theater, because that's where she started as an actor. She didn't really start out singing musical or doing musical theater.
So why is the acting part of the main focus for this program?
Because it's all encompassing. It's basically the base of everything. Like if you want to be a good writer, or if you want to be a good producer or a good director, most famous people start out as an actor or in acting classes. For example, Quentin Tarantino, okay? Sidney Lumet, David Mamet, all started out with Sanford Meisner in acting classes. And they started there at the very core of what they call the Meisner technique or Meisner studio.
And there's another technique too. What's the other one called?
Oh, you have Strasberg, which is the method.
Okay.
You have
And so the difference between those two?
the difference between Meisner
and the other?
Well, they're all based off of Stanislavski. Okay, so they all studied under, basically all started the group theater under, well, put it this way. There was the group theater that created what you see today as acting, okay? Stanislavski was the forerunner of all naturalism in theater and film. From there came Meisner, came Stella Adler, Bobby Lewis, Lee Strasberg. Now, Lee Strasberg is the method. Stanislavski is the system. Meisner is more about kinetic acting, which is more doing energy first and then doing the lines, building up steam and then doing the lines. Okay. So.
It sounds like I'm winning an Oscar taking this class.
Oh yeah, you will.
All right.
If you study.
Okay, so the courses, the length of them, what is that?
Courses are going to be, we're going to have, basically it's a 2-year program, but they're going to be 9 months long. And that's about the minimum you should take. I mean, this is the same type of program that Stella Adler offers. Okay, it's the same thing that Lee Strasberg doesn't really offer, but other people offer a minimum of a 2-year program, and it's going to last 9 months. Every week you'll come to class. We'll have a 2-hour class. Now, I'm not having a 3-hour class, I'm having a 2-hour class for a reason. We're attempting something new here.
What is it?
Which is putting more time into the study, less time into the class, because you can only get so much. I find that an actor who spends 3 hours in a class is a bit much. Can be overwhelming.
And any hands-on?
Absolutely. Okay. Absolutely. We're gonna, the first thing we're gonna do is take Boleslavsky's The First 6 Lessons, which is at the very core of the Moscow Art Theater, or came from the Moscow Art Theater. And from there, we're going to expand. We're going to go into some Meisner technique. We're going to go into some Strasberg method acting. Stanislavski is a bit difficult, and that literally takes years. But what we want to do is develop an actor from the ground, at the core, at the very beginning, and take them through modern day stuff. In the 21st century, because this is where we are now, you have digital cameras. You're not using film. You're not using an audio track, but we are going to study, and this is most important to know, we're going to study how film was created from the silent film era to today.
And we've got a nice stage here for you to exercise what they've, put into, put into works what they've learned from you.
Absolutely. Second year will be scene study class, but more or less in the very beginning, we're going to do a lot of improvisation. Okay? From there, we'll move on to the book study. And we're going to tie the two together, not just the academic part, but the actual practical application of the academia. That's really important because a lot of actors, first-year actors, second-year actors in a college program don't really get on stage till their 3rd or 4th year. It cuts them out, We're not going to do that here. We're going to do scene study.
And it'll be a little more affordable than the norm.
Absolutely. It's going to be actually, I would say, underpriced for what you're getting. I mean, you could go to Lee Strasberg's school, or you could go to Sanford Meisner's school, and they're going to cost you somewhere between $18,000 and $36,000 a year. Our classes are for the community because we also understand expense, okay? But that doesn't mean we're going to cut back on what you learn. We're going to give the underrepresented.
Because everybody goes to school here and learn those traits, and especially film and television, and then they leave because they want to get the experience.
Right.
And so what we want to do at GDS is homegrow our talent.
Absolutely. We want to create a pool of actors, producers, directors, showrunners. We want to teach screenwriting. We want to teach them how to formulate a screen because it all has a formula. These formulas reach all the way back to ancient Egypt, Davido's Passion Plays, and move forward, okay? And then like the bringing of the Nile, for example. We're going to study some of that. We're going to study what it was like, what the first film was. The first man, and this is funny, you and I were talking about this earlier. The first man filmed was, we don't know his name, but we do know the horse's name, okay? In Edward Muybridge in 1878, before film really became popular, it was a jockey on a horse. And I can't really remember, but it's Leland Stanford filmed this horse, and the whole concept was to show a horse in full gallop where all 4 hooves were off the ground. Now this is 1878, long before Thomas Edison, who is known as the father of motion pictures. So that makes Muybridge actually the grandfather of motion picture with the zoopraxiscope. These are the kind of things we're going to be learning here because this is all tied in because Muybridge's techniques are still used today in cinema. Okay?
All right. Well, that's a lot. That's a lot to take in. And the information for it will be on the website, greenwooddistrictstudios.com, which it's on right now.
Absolutely, the full package.
And sometime in January, we'll be starting this program, and people can sign up, and the classes will go into effect. And
Absolutely. I absolutely expect people to send you in packages. Like you said, we're going to ask for a resume, a headshot, just like any other professional studio would ask for. An explanation, a letter of intent, and then we're going to hold auditions, because this is professional training. That's the whole goal here. We're training professional actors. Anybody who wants to come up, that's what we're going to be doing. And we're going to be doing it at a very affordable price.
They're trying to get your attention over here. They got the light all up in my eyeball right here. so we thank you for coming out, Ron.
Thank you.
And
Thank you for
we're gonna get the information out there, because we want the next. I don't know if you guys saw the movie on Netflix. What's the new movie? Don't Look Up. It's supposed to be here in Lansing, but they shot it in Boston.
Absolutely.
So we got to change that narrative. And we thank you for coming out. Ron Auther, everybody. Ron Auther. And we'll be back after these messages.